Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Retro and Rare podcast, episode for Midtown Madness Monday. Do you know what Midtown Madness is?
Marble Madness?
You know what? I did Marble Madness a long time ago, right? So nobody's keeping track, but I kept a mental note of that. But Midtown Madness is a game. You never heard of it?
Oh.
It's like a PC. I don't know if it was on console, but it was like a PC game. Unless I'm completely fucking this up. It was just like a half-assed driving simulator in the early 2000s. It had like a Volkswagen Bug or some shit on the cover. Very obscure. Yeah, I don't know. Someone said last time in the comments, because we always got to address the comments, that I'm the CEO of saying obscure. But the L that person took, that they didn't know they took, is that I was referencing the PS2 game, Obscure, which is literally the title of a rare PS2 game.
That is one of your favorite words, though.
I'm an obscure kind of person. Obscurity. Anyway, we're back. Today is Monday. It is, what's the weather report today, Doyle?
It's stormy.
Stormy.
Let's see. It says thunderstorms may form in the next 21 minutes.
Okay. So mid-show, we may have a thunder shower.
Oh, the birds are flocking.
Okay. Shout out to the birds. Shout out to the people. And, today's vibe is different. I like it. We finally got everything set up. We did the setup, our normal dance that we do here. It looks good. Everything is good. Hopefully improving a little on the visuals. I had Doyle try to do some magic with the camera. I didn't like the lighting last time. I think we have the appropriate lighting in here, so things should look decent now. If it doesn't, we're just going to continue to do the show the way it is anyway. It doesn't matter.
I thought you were going to blame it on me.
Well, it's your fault, but I can't do anything about it. I can only do so much, Doyle. I can only yell and scream, raise the blood pressure. There's only so many things I can do before I got to just take a back seat and let it ride. Riders on the Storm. Good song. Forever related to Need for Speed Underground, correct? Underground 2, right?
That was in it?
With Snoop Dogg and shit? Yeah.
That was a good one.
It was a great game.
Prices have gone up on those.
I know, right? What's up with that?
They're like $20-$30 now. They used to be like $5.
Yeah, $8. Remember, like $8 game. GameCube. I was thinking this week though, before we get into topics, we do have topic suggestions. I've had a really good week this week at the thrift. I know I often say that, but a lot of times it's not all fucking anybody that ever tells you that they go to the thrift stores and hit home runs all the time, they're lying to you. That's kind of like your false optimism that you have about thrift stores. You have a fantasy in your head that you think anytime you go to a thrift store, you're going to find something incredible. And you have completely not. You have found one $30 game once in your life, and that's your war story. Yeah, but I found what was the game you found? Super Bomberman or something?
Yeah, 79 cents.
And that's your claim to fame. That would be your inspirational story to tell people to get up and go thrifting because you found a $30 game or $25 game max for 79 cents once.
I found Super Copa.
And you didn't buy it because you didn't know what it was. And then you came back and said, yo, there was this Super Copa soccer or something. I go, did you buy it? It's a $100 game. Oh, no, I didn't. I just thought it was. Now, that was a long time ago, though. Damn, that was probably 6-7 years ago, which is weird the way time kind of just goes. All right. Well, anything that you would like to get into personally, Doyle, before we get to some topics in the show? I like to give you an opportunity before and at the end of the show.
Hey. Well, they took off, I messaged you, they took off likes off of Instagram if you want.
Okay. Thank you for the update on that. I mean, they shouldn't have likes anyway. You know how I feel. I've always said that. Because unfortunately, our brains are conditioned to think that something has a lot of likes, that is what makes it good. There's plenty of content out there that gets no likes that is really good content, but that's the internet game, and that's the fame game, and that's the fucking, that's that. What is the documentary on The Social Dilemma? Have you seen that? I think that's what it's called. It's about social media. That's just how it's terrible for you. That's one of the things that fucks you up is the likes.
Well, how do you know those likes are real?
How do you know it's the internet, Doyle? You can't trust that any of it's real. That's the problem.
Matrix?
Yeah. Well, the Matrix is real, but it's not real at the same time, which is why it's the Matrix. And we're getting too deep. I think we're getting too deep on the people aren't ready for that conversation yet. We can't get into that. So, okay, that's what you wanted to add, that they took likes off Instagram, which they've done in other countries for a long time.
Oh.
So I don't know who that will help, but I hope that helps you. That's Doyle's helpful information of the day.
Oh, I also have another one.
Great.
If another idea for the transitions,
Okay, I can't wait to hear it.
we do little baby sounds,
Do you have an example of a baby sound?
like a baby Congo sound.
A Congo sound? So what is a Congo sound, Doyle, specifically? Like drum beating? That's what I'm thinking
Well,
of.
yeah, you can like drum on the table.
And then we'll go. Yeah, but see, listen. I think we got to a point. I think we made the point with the people that wanted to help with the transition. That there's no better way to transition than to say, "Hey, bro, I'm ready for the next topic." The baseball signs I was doing.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I could use my telekinesis power because I am Professor X. We can do that, but it's not going to work out. I don't think it's not in the long run anyway. I guess we could talk about the small. We did minimal trinkets today. A little Metal Gear Solid box, from the GameCube, which is a great piece. Love it. And The Crow. They're all dead. They just don't know it yet. It's my favorite quote from the movie. Shout out to Brandon Lee. The story about how he died in the movie in real life, though, is crazy. He was murdered. The bullet and the gun, it was a real bullet, and it's all weird. That's Bruce Lee's fucking son. Almost pulled the trigger on a really nice vintage Crow promotional shirt, but it was $300, and I pulled out. I said, nah, I'm good. Which, it's ridiculous to say that $300 is a fair price in the vintage shirt game in certain aspects. I didn't pull the trigger. Nice shirt, though. And in my size. That's the problem. I'm a very odd-shaped individual. I'm like medium. I'm like a small or a medium. But most shirts seem to be XL. You notice that with the vintage game? It's a lot of XLs out there.
Well, that's a good one to have. I mean, you want to have it oversized than to be too small, right?
Well, I don't want it to be too small. I want it to fit. Sort of like my old man Mickey shirt that I have on today. This is obviously, I got this at the thrift store the other day for $2. It's made out of some exotic material, which I really like. And it's got a little Mickey playing golf. This is obviously owned by an old man that was retired and playing golf and had a little custom shirt made. And then just, was going to die, or he's too old and he just donated his stuff to Goodwill. And here's my dumb ass coming on in. Yeah.
It looks classy, though.
I like it. I feel good about it. I feel good. I feel like I can go play 18 right now, shoot par or under. I'm phenomenal at golf.
But you get the chancletas on.
I do have chancletas.
That's what I'm saying. How are you going to play golf like
They're
that?
Gucci chancletas, at least.
They're not going to let you do that.
You cannot golf in chancletas. No. You cannot do that. You can't park here. Got a little Fear and Loathing line early in the show.
That's a shirt you need to get.
Oh, yeah. Fear and Loathing. I would love to have a Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. If anyone has a Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas authentic vintage shirt, send it over to your boy. It's worth asking, right? Who knows? It might show up on my door. Some people have my address now. Yeah. Starting to get random mail. I don't know. Random trinkets people sending in. They're calling me from downstairs saying, you have a bunch of mail. I still haven't figured out how to get my paper mail. I've been here for 70 days. I don't know how to.
Oh, when I came in, they said, oh, you could leave the food here.
They thought you were a delivery person?
No, the other guy. You hate that, right?
Oh, yeah. Instead of coming up, delivering it to my room? Yeah. Paying you $50 for my Uber Eats cheeseburger and you can't bring it to my fucking room?
Well, the Uber guy wanted to go up, but they told him to stay down there.
Oh, they're still trying to do COVID protocol? Nah, whatever. I don't know. You know what? I've transitioned. I've gotten better. We went food shopping the other day. I cooked for my girl the other night. I made this amazing pasta. It was great.
Oh.
She brought over some crazy shrimp. I don't know what was going on with that. And then we tried to mix the two at the end there, and they're still sitting in the fridge. That's why you open my fridge and you're like, what the fuck is this? You're cooking? I was like, yeah, I'm cooking. Cooked twice in a row, 2 nights in a row, man. Like a normal human. You know what I said? I said, so all of this pasta, all of this shit I got all pesto sauce. I got all this kind of crazy shit. I'm like, well, this is like $9 and we eating 2 nights in a row. Or I could order Uber Eats and have some ridiculous gluttonous meal for $46. But it's good. I'm realizing that, and I'm taking steps towards progressing to normalcy, because that's the way it should be.
Yeah, I think eating out is one of the most expensive things.
It's terrible, and it's a terrible waste of money. And eating for pleasure is a bad thing. That's how people get fat. That's how I was fat. I like to stay away from eating for pleasure. Food is fuel, Doyle. It's nothing more.
Yeah, but what about the beers?
The beers were bad. Yeah.
I think the beers is bad, worse than the food.
Well, in conjunction with, yeah. So me eating 4,200 calories and then 2,000 of those calories are beer. Yeah, not good. And then not exercising on top. Anyway, we're just regressing back to, okay. I was gonna say, before we get to topics, I watched a terrible movie last night. You know, because my girl comes over now. She's like, listen, can we watch a fucking movie? Because you know me. What do? I put on lo-fi instrumentals in the background. I fucking smoke, walk around. I don't do anything. I don't watch TV anymore. I don't. And she's fed up. She's fed up. And she's like, listen, we're going to watch a fucking movie. So the other night we chose a movie with your boy Marky Mark Wahlberg. The Infinite movie. I may or may not allegedly have been illegally streaming through the special site. Works great. AirPlay right to the TV, crispy. And by the way, before I get into that, you hooked up my whole TV setup here. Got the OLED with the sound bar, the fucking Meridian, Dolby Atmos. Dude, remember how you're like, yo, you sure you want me to hook it up this way because you don't have the sound bar for your speakers? Bro, have you ever heard the TV speakers on that thing? Just this. Bro, they're incredible. I thought it was the sound bar the whole time. There's like super bass tones and all kind of crazy shit in that. It was impressive.
Well, that one actually has an acoustic surface
Oh, is that what it is?
and object tracking sound. So it
Oh,
actually
object
tracks the,
tracking sound. Of course it has object tracking sound. I don't know what that means. But I'm telling you, Infinite, or was it called Infinite? Yeah. It has to do with like reincarnation and stuff. It was actually okay. It was good for what it was supposed to be, which is just like overzealous action movie. Great car scenes. The opening car scene is a Ferrari Testarossa chasing in the city. Great action scenes. Really good. Last night, however, I was like, you know what? I want to choose another movie, blah, blah, blah. I'm going through all these weird independent movies. I was looking for something that was,
obscure.
obscure. Yes. I was looking for something that was made like 2021, so it was newer. Because I was going to put on like just a random old movie I've seen 100 times. But I was like, I actually enjoyed seeing a movie. I haven't watched like a newer movie in a while. I made a huge mistake. I put on some movie. I believe it was called Salt Water. Somebody should look this up. It was in my top 5 worst movies I've ever seen in my life. I fell asleep like halfway through it. God bless my girl for even watching it. It was one of those where I was like, I'm going to turn this off. She's like, no. It's so bad. I got to see what the end is. Doyle, when I tell you that this is the single worst, we could have made a better movie.
Wait, is it like a U.S. movie?
I think it's British. Okay, there's racist overtones in it. They're in a jungle that they're looking for. I don't even know what the point of the fucking movie is. I think it's called Saltwater. There's crocodiles in it, which is supposed to be like the bad guy, like this big bad. All they do is use like B-roll footage of a fucking crocodile just crawling in the water, and then they do a cut to blood and then a guy screaming. There's like this random Indian dude in it. It is terrible. So if anybody wants to watch a really bad movie, look up Saltwater, which I think even the title is ridiculous. That's my movie review for the week. I mean, I really can't believe that somebody went out of their way and made that movie, edited that, and then put it out. Like, yeah, this is it. It was bad. So anyway, terrible. And I made it out alive, and we're here. So we can get into some topics, though, Doyle.
Well, I was speaking to one of my friends about this. We just saw that. Well, I just bought this new movie called Ford vs. Ferrari. You gotta watch.
Okay,
that.
but that's not a new movie, and it's a great movie. But the shit was made in like 2018, bro.
For real?
Where have you been?
That's a great movie, though. You gotta watch it.
I agree with you. It is a great movie. It's very well shot, cinematics, acting. Yeah, I'm talking about like a B level, C level, D level movie, bro.
What about Human Centipede?
I was curious.
That cursed my life.
I had to see what happened. I had to see, and then I fast forwarded just to see the centipede, and then I did it on the second movie. I think did they make a third one? I don't know. Terrible. Just let's get to the topics. I'm not talking about Human Centipede.
All right, so the first one is gonna be PVT Taco. You still think Showtime will come out with a Halo TV show series?
I didn't even know that there was a Halo TV show series. I mean, I know that there was like an animated Halo thing, but Halo actually has a really interesting story. And you know what? The cutscenes and stuff from the Halo games are pretty dope. I mean, certain Halo games are better than others, but I'm really excited to see the newest Halo on the Series X, which I still don't have a Series X, but Halo is one of the systems I wanted to, or one of the games that I would actually get it for.
You don't even have the Xbox out. I don't even see it.
What?
The Xbox Series, the other one.
No, I have the One X. That's
what
in
I'm
the
saying.
and it's in the game room. I have a PS4 Pro in there, and this Series X. I mean, One X, and then out here I have PS5. Well, that's alright. You know me, I'm not feeling the PS5 right now.
Oh, we did get a couple PS5 ins.
Oh, did you? And did you get those new controllers in? I like the controllers. They came out with all red and all black official Sony controllers, which the PS5 should be all black. I've already said that. I know you could do like on the side, you could do like little, like you could put plates on it. Yeah, it's third party shit, but I mean, they'll probably end up coming out with all black PS5 eventually. But anyway, back to your boy's suggestion there. I'm unfamiliar with the Halo TV series, or even that Showtime was in the works with that, but I'd be down. I would check it out. I don't know that I would love it, but I would check it out. We'll see. Next topic. I don't have much to say on that. I don't know.
All right, so we got WF87.
Okay.
Women who like and dislike games.
What about them? You just want me to comment on women who like and dislike games?
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, so...
I think Scarlett Johansson, she likes the Game Boy.
Okay. Is that your fantasy to have Scarlett Johansson and Game Boy?
Yeah, the Captain America guy played with her. I think it was Tetris. Yeah,
Okay.
like a famous
Yeah,
picture of her.
yeah.
And,
Yeah, I'm not a fan of... you already know how I feel about Scarlett Johansson. She's a beautiful woman, great actress. Avengers, I don't need her character. Just like we don't need Hawkeye. We don't need her in there. She doesn't do anything, bro. She wears the little black jumpsuit. Yeah, she's looking good. What is she really doing?
she's looking good.
She makes dumb comments and she throws these punches and shit. I'm all about women power. I'm not saying because she's a woman. I'm just saying, what is she doing? Because I don't like Hawkeye either. Hawkeye's like not... When you get these arrows and shit... You're not Iron Man, bro. You're not Spider-Man. You're not Hulk. I mean, come on, bro. It's B-level shit, right? Forget about it. I'm not fucking with it. But Scarlett Johansson, good-looking woman, for sure.
What about your girl, Captain Marvel?
Yeah. You can keep that, too. I know I'm chauvinist and I'm anti-woman now because I don't... I mean, Captain Marvel's got a lot of powers, though. I mean, she's... You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But...
There's a few good characters. Chun-Li, a woman character.
Thick thighs, Chun-Li. As a child, I noticed that. I notice it now, but I noticed it back in the 90s, too.
And you got Morgan from Darkstalkers.
All right, well, now you're just showing that you're a weirdo. You're getting a little... You're getting deep in the game there.
What about Sonya from Mortal Kombat? There's a lot of girl-woman fighters in it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a problem with that. I just have a problem with Scarlett Johansson. Okay? Just keep her out of it. All right? Thanos needs to kill her for real, and we just keep it moving.
I mean, she did die.
I know that is
What the hell are
true.
you talking about?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Thank you, Thanos. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. I should have texted him and let him know I appreciate that. Snap the fingers, bro. What was the topic anyway? I forgot. You got me off the rails. Oh yeah, women. What was it? Women.
Who like and dislike games.
I mean, I'm surprised that my girl. You know, we actually had that conversation the other night. Me and my girl. She's like, "Do you realize that? You know, can you believe I like all this stuff?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess so." She's like, "Yeah, I mean, most girls would just say you're fucking nuts." I was like, "Well, so what does that say about you? Like, are you nuts? Is this?" But no, I mean, I know plenty of like women that like games and shit like that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know a lot of like women collectors of stuff like that. I know a couple of like women that collect like statues and stuff, but games particular.
Well, I know one in Holland.
Oh, here we go. So this is like the Breakfast Club. When you're Brian and you're talking about, well, I was with a girl in Niagara Falls. So now
Yeah, you gave me the shirt.
yeah, I know. With the many women in the Niagara Falls area, so now you have some chick in Holland. I can't see you with a fair-skinned woman from Holland. Now, is Holland near Sweden? This is going to show my ignorance. I'm geographically ignorant as fuck. Can you look that up? Is Holland near Sweden? Do you even know where Sweden is, Doyle?
It's somewhere near Europe, right?
Yeah, I would say somewhere near Europe. We're somewhere near Europe, technically. So anyway, what do? You play Animal Crossing with the chick from Holland? Maybe she listens to the show, bro.
Oh, it's near Germany.
Holland is near Germany, okay. And Germany is near Europe, right, Doyle?
It's near Amsterdam.
I like Amsterdam. I am a fan of Amsterdam. You got to be careful going to Amsterdam, though. That's where they have the hostels at. You don't want to get caught up, Doyle. They'll take your sweet little ass and they'll put you in the hostel. They'll do all kind of shit. Human centipede shit. Yeah, and then now and they know how to trick you now. They just watch the show and then they'll just be like, listen, we have this wonderful girl from Holland. And you're like, what? I love chicks from Holland. What's she like, Animal Crossing? The next thing you know, you're getting tied up and they're taking your intestines out with a fork. 0 to 100, bro. That's what happens when you go to Amsterdam. You start doing that. You might lick the toad, the Mike Tyson toad. Lick the toad. And then all of a sudden you're in a hostel in Holland. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know how we got here. We're talking about hostels in Holland. And, oh yeah, because you talked to some... Now, how do you talk to the Holland chick? It's through Animal Crossing or what? Can you talk to people through Animal Crossing?
I think you could chat with them.
Text chat?
Yeah.
I saw some emotional video the other day of some dude that went to the airport to pick up his buddy that he'd been playing on Xbox with for 14 years and never met him. I mean, I don't hate on it. It's cool. I just thought it was a little,
Yeah, I used to play from people from Alabama.
No, I mean, it's cool. I've had like online friends from Gran Turismo days, like Gran Turismo 5 and 6 days. I definitely had some people that I fucked with. That like I knew their names and blah blah blah, but they were always on the same time every night. That the camaraderie of that is dope. I'm down for that. It could get crazy. I mean, it could get like overdone. I'm sure like I'm not into FPSs like I used to be anyway, but I know that like especially younger kids now playing fucking. I'm trying to think like the most chat it would be like Call of Duty. I'm trying to think of games you really communicate a lot.
Yeah, Battlefront.
Yeah, PC is crazy. I mean, PC is a whole different ball game with like online communities. But console-based gamings definitely have that. But I feel like the Xbox 360 era, though, that was like when more people were like in communication with each other more than ever. I don't use a headset and mic when I game now online, ever. I haven't. Shout out to Astro. They did send me that nice A50 headset. I appreciate them doing that. That was nice of them. I just don't use it a lot.
Yeah, I have a mic. I don't be talking to people that much.
Yeah, it's weird. Remember in Gran Turismo?
Sometimes I do.
Gran Turismo, they had the baby kids. We always had to shut them off. But then a couple of times they hooked me up with the money glitch, remember? They did. So every once in a while, it's worth it to listen to them because I got the money glitch. I got all my cars that way. All right, give me another topic. Today's a very odd show. It's obscure because I like to say obscure a lot.
All right, so we got Spency Man. Any TurboGrafx 16 love?
Yeah, I mean, I love TurboGrafx. I did have the TurboGrafx handheld, which I sold that, the Turbo Express. It was just something I had, and I just didn't, I didn't play it as much, and, I forgot who I sold it to. There's a gentleman that watches the show. That was a while ago, though. That was 2-3 years ago. I had the regular system. We used to play Dragoon Spirit. Played...
Well, I think that's the one you kept, because I told you to keep it.
Complete, yeah. And also, Operation Wolf was like one of my favorite Turbo games. TurboGrafx is a great system. Didn't get the love that it deserved. Was kind of obscure.
What about your boy Bonks?
Yeah, Bonks Adventure, great game. I mean, really, you know what it was that TurboGrafx was like the vividness of the graphics and the art style, like always captured me. It was like, damn, this shit looks good. Like I always remember like playing. I'm like, yo, this shit is kind of fire. I love the controller. The cord was always short. Remember how short the TurboGrafx cord was? It was like a foot long. And it was like that giant S-Video looking plugin. Oh, that was one of my greatest finds ever, actually. Remember, what was that store called on OBT? Play and Trade. It was a video game store. Remember Play and Trade? Oh. Remember when they were closing and I went in there and the other video game store had already bought them out? So basically, it was a mess of craziness in the store and everything was like $10, $5, and whatever they can get rid of there, they were trying to liquidate so that they didn't have so much stuff to bring over to their new location. And I found, and damn, I regret selling that to Brad. I found TurboGrafx 16 rental case. Remember the rental cases? Like they had a PlayStation 1. It was a TurboGrafx hard shell rental case with TurboGrafx 16 system and the CD attachment.
What's the rental case?
It's just a hard shell case that back in the day you would rent from Blockbuster. You might rent a whole system, and they'd give you a case, a carrying case. It was like plastic, and it'd have TurboGrafx on it. But I got that. The system was in it, and the TurboGrafx CD attachment with the wiring and everything. There was like 2 different wires that went to it. $5. No, $10. It was $10. Yeah. That was one of my greatest finds ever. And then I took it to Brad at the game store, and I traded it to him, and I got a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, but I think he wanted it, right?
He was, you know what, I told him that I got it, and he had somebody that he was specifically, that was begging him for the case, and he needed the CD attachment. And I did that because I'm like, that's gaming karma for me. I'm like, cool, I got it for really cheap. This guy really needs it. And you know what? He ends up hooking me up all the time. Like, that's how I end up getting my Mega Man X4 on Saturn. And how much is that game going for now?
That's like, I think it's almost 300.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would have paid the equivalent of like $100 maybe. I mean, my out-of-pocket cost, because I think I ended up getting X4 out of the TurboGrafx deal. I think that's what ended up happening. I ended up giving him the rental. I paid $10 for that, so. And then I got some other stuff in there. I don't remember. But yeah, that was good. So TurboGrafx is an awesome system. I have random controllers and accessories that don't have the system, and I only have like 3 games randomly. So maybe I'll get back into it. All right, give me another topic. What we got?
All right, we got Shadow Banks, favorite NHL games.
Yo, and you know what? You know what's funny? I really like hockey games. First of all, NHL 94, incredible fucking game. Or is it? Why do I always get them confused? Which one's the iconic one that I love? Is it 94 or 95? And I don't know why I always get it confused. I think it's 94. And what was the arcade, like NBA Jam, but for NHL? Damn it.
Isn't it something zombies?
No. That's fuck. Mutant League. Mutant League hockey, which is a wonderful game, just like Mutant League football. Great
that
game.
has nothing to do with NHL?
No, it's not NHL. It's not licensed. It's just random teams, you know, the Gravediggers and, you know. But one game that I really like that's NHL based is Hit the Ice, which I want to say was the Neo Geo title initially, but they have it for Super Nintendo and I believe Genesis. I have it on SNES. Just like bigger characters, 2-on-2 hockey. The other one was called maybe Center Ice. Was that what it was called? The NBA Jam style one.
Can you fight?
Yeah, they had fights in it and stuff like that. But I actually really like, I'm a fan of hockey in general. Not a huge fan, but I like hockey. But hockey video games are amazing. They're just fun and fast-paced. Oh, NHL Arcade. Remember that? I had that on PS3, the digital download. We had so much fun playing that. That's when they get the big heads, the giant-ass heads, and you could do all different power-ups where the puck becomes super big or the goalie becomes super small. Remember that? God, we had a lot of hours into that because that's a great game for like if you have a bunch of your friends over and you just want like I got next, like a fast-paced tournament kind of a game. It's super fun. So NHL Arcade, probably my favorite other than NHL 94 just because the memories are. I always tried in NHL 94. I would always hit the check button when they're doing face-offs. That was always my goal. I never went for the puck. I just went to hit the guy. I love that game.
That's a good idea.
It is. So NHL games are fun. I'm an Islanders fan, if anyone wants to know. I respect the Rangers, but I'm an Islanders fan. Yeah. Shout out to Clark Gillies. My father used to do work on his house back in the day and never paid my father. So, Clark, I'm going to break your kneecaps. I don't know. Is Clark Gillies still alive?
He might be in the witness protection program.
Yeah, he is. I'm coming for you, Clark. We know we did your crown molding over there in the Hamptons. We're coming for you.
Brick legs?
Yep. I'm sending Jimmy the Wop over to come take it. You know what I mean? You know, maybe we could do like the OJ thing where you give me some memorabilia and, you know, give me like your retirement stick or give me your jersey, signed jersey. I have a Clark Gillies bobblehead from him that he gave me when I was a kid. Cocksucker. We know what you're doing, Clark. We want the money. Give me another topic. I don't want to incriminate myself.
All right, we got Dougie 305.
You like the name Dougie. I could tell.
The NBA playoffs.
Update me. I'm out. I'm watching Saltwater. I'm watching Marky Mark and Infinite and Saltwater and listening to lo-fi music, smoking marijuana, and enjoying time with my beautiful girlfriend. I have not watched any NBA playoffs. LeBron exited. The Knicks left early. I don't care about any of these other motherfuckers.
The Suns swept the Nuggets.
Yeah. Who do the Suns have that are...
Denver Nuggets.
No. Who do the Suns have that's their... Who's on the Suns that's their key player?
Chris Paul.
Oh, yeah. Paul's on the Suns now, right?
And Devin Booker.
Can Chris Paul... I need him to get a ring. Chris Paul.
Yeah, he was my...
he needs to have a fucking ring, bro.
My baby Lillard before baby Lillard.
Oh, yeah. You like Damian Lillard. Yeah. But I would take Chris Paul. I would take Chris Paul's career over Damian Lillard. Right? Who wouldn't? Is Chris Paul a better basketball player than Damian Lillard?
Yeah, but he gets injured a lot.
Chris Paul? Yeah, he's injury prone. He's a little dude. Well, actually, no, he's bigger than me. How tall is Chris Paul? 6 foot? Yeah.
He's playing nice, though.
I know. Well, he's older now. You know, Chris Paul's been in the league a long-ass time. But you know what I always look at when I see Chris Paul? I just see his face always says to me, I'm fucking tired of not winning. Somebody fucking help me. To me, that's what Chris Paul, like, if you were to just read his face, I always respected Chris Paul's hairline. He always had a good hairline. Solid. I respect it. He's a good player, though. He's an all-around player. He's a little guy, so he's nice with the passing and all that shit.
Yeah,
but
State Farm poster boy.
yeah, State Farm. Yep, he's getting money from State
And
Farm.
then you got the Philly versus Atlanta. Philly's up 2-1. They're playing tonight.
Maybe I'm gonna watch a game tonight. I'm gonna make a concerted effort. I actually, it's crazy, man. Like, I'm not watching live sports. It's such an odd thing for me. I don't know I don't know. At first, I blamed it on I moved and the circumstances, and it was just crazy. But now I'm settled in, dude. I should be watching some games, watching some baseball.
Well, it's cool to have in background too.
No, it is for sure. It is. It's just things have been a little weird and different for me, so I haven't been in that mindset. But I'm gonna do the typical poser thing, which I'm not a poser with basketball because I actually really am into the NBA this year. Not as much. Once the finals happen, I'm locked in. I'm gonna watch. Hopefully it's a great finals. Hopefully it's Game 7. You know what I mean? Like, I love that shit. So I don't know. All right, give me another topic.
All right, you got your boy Poopy Diaz. Does Jedi Mind Tricks make your top 10 rap groups?
Shout out Vinny Paz. Yeah, probably, yeah. Top 10, yeah. Not top 5. I'm trying to think of 10 rap groups. I mean, Jedi Mind Tricks, they serious shit, bro. Been around for a while. Solid discography. And like I said, Vinny's a friend of the show. Trying to think. Yeah, can I name 9 other before? Yeah.
What about No Limit Soldiers?
What about the No Limit Soldiers, Doyle? Would you say the No Limit Soldiers have more lyrical ability than Vinny Paz and the Jedi Mind Tricks? Is that what you're telling me?
Let's make him say, oh.
Master P. Remember the Master P doll? That's actually valuable now. They have a Master P action figure. You pull the back. Ooh. They got that shit, bro. I don't know how much, Silk the Shocker. It ain't my fault. Mystical. I like Mystical. Mystical was crazy.
I think he's a pastor now, right?
Is he? Is he yelling like that at the church? You like Mace was a pastor, but Mason's a little more, Mason's a little more soft spoken. You know what I mean?
Yo, Mace back in the day was nice.
Of course, Harlem World, great album. One of my favorite albums. Mace used to be, bro. Mace used to be my favorite rapper, honestly. But back in '97, Mace was probably one of my favorite rappers. Huge fan of Bad Boy, but Mace had that ill flow. He had that laid back, jiggy, fly ass flow. I used to call girls in middle school, the old school. Remember calling girls in middle school back in our day, not now. You had to call and hello, the dad would pick up. Yeah, how you doing? Is Vanessa home? Yo, who's this? Yeah, this is Mike. What? And then you just hear Vanessa. And Mike's on the phone. And you pick up, and then I used to rap lyrics to women over the phone when I was in middle school. That was my thing. They loved it. It was fun. But yeah, I guess nowadays you don't have to do that anymore. You just go on the internet and you just text. You can text a woman. You don't have to. These kids don't got no game, bro. They don't got to do nothing, bro. They get the free shit. It's so easy now. They don't gotta go through the shit. They don't gotta talk to the older brothers. You know what though? I did used to mess when I was in middle school. I messed with the bougie chick, this chick Nicole. They got money. She had her own phone line. I was able to call her own phone line. That was a big fucking deal. I didn't have my own phone line. Did you have your own phone line in your house?
Nah.
Hell no. I didn't even have a TV in my room. I'm talking about until I moved out when I was 19. I didn't have a TV in my room. No TV. I mean, hold on. I didn't have cable in my room is what I meant to say. I got a fucking TV with my games. I never had TV. And also, back in the day, I remember when internet was dial-up internet and you couldn't be on the phone at the same time as going on the internet. And my father, I got many ass whoopings. My father was like, listen, I got a business call, blah, blah, blah. Don't be on the fucking computer because they can't call the house. Okay. I go upstairs, I'm fucking on AOL. Yo, fuck you, chat room scrollers. Fuck everybody. Fuck, fuck, fuck. What is that? And then, you know, he'd pick up the phone downstairs. And then I would just hear him come upstairs like Hacksaw Jim Duggins. And I wasn't on the internet for long. Disconnected. 14.4K. And then my friend, his dad had a T1 line, which was crazy. T1 was like, cable modem, right? And then there was T1. T1 was for business, but he had it in his house. That's when I started my scam with the Napster. I was one of the first people I ever knew to bootleg and sell CDs. Because it used to take an entire night to download one fucking song at my house. Oh yeah, let's download this song. I wake up in the morning, 3.5 megabyte song, 98% done. All right. Yeah, this motherfucker just... So we download songs, burn CDs, sell CDs, $5, $7, $10, depending on how many songs. And I didn't even pay for the CDs. Damn, that was a good business plan. And then, you know, your boy from, who stopped the Napster thing? It was your boy from Metallica, right? Lars, he came in. I don't like this shit. Look at it now. Now music's all streaming and almost free. I mean, it's so amazing how music has come. Like, now you just pay for a monthly streaming service. You can listen to every album in the world as many times as you want. But they also give you the option to buy the album. Like Joe Budden. I always hear Joe Budden's like, I bought the album. I'm like, Joe, why are you buying the album? I know what he's doing. He's supporting the creators and he's rich and it doesn't matter. But most people, if you pay Apple Music $10 a month, you're not going to buy the album for $10.
I would. The BTS album?
BTS? What's
Smooth Like Butter?
Who's BTS?
It's a little dance group.
Doyle, you're going to have to explain.
Your girl probably knows it.
BTS?
Yeah.
Why does my girl know it? Because she's Hispanic? Is it Spanish?
No.
Okay.
But she's into music. You're into Freddie Gibbs and shit.
I like Freddie Gibbs. He's cool. Freddie Gibbs is cool. He's like a good man. He's like entertaining and he's gangster and he's like, bro, I don't know. I like Freddie Gibbs. I'm not going to, shout out to, who I actually, this guy LaRoyce, man. I discovered this guy LaRoyce. I have no one ever put me onto LaRoyce. He's like an underground, not as well-known dude. I keep my YouTube music keeps suggesting this thing called the Sunny Nights Project. And I kept hearing these songs and they're like soulful. This dude's got a flow. The production is phenomenal. And after a while, I'm like, I can't deny this anymore. I got to look this up. This guy is really good. Bro, I found like this. I fucking love it. The Sunny Nights Project by LaRoyce. Look it up.
That's what I'm saying. There's good music out there.
There's plenty of good music. There really is. But here's the thing. I hate that what I deem to be good music, and I understand it's subjective, is not where, it's not on the top, Like a lot of times you got to dig for that shit, and they're promoting garbage shit. That's record labels pay Apple $1 million to promote this album. Apple doesn't care if it's a really good album or not. They just got promotional dollars, so they're going to put it up first when you get there. So, I don't know. Go ahead. What do you got? You look like you got something interesting to say, Doyle.
Well, you got to look for the good music out there.
Oh, thank you. All right, give me another topic. I don't know what happened to that last topic. It got swept under.
All right, so we got Super Maze Balls. What are the hardest games you've ever beaten?
Well, we always talk about Maximum Carnage because that was a bitch. That was a real. But I beat that when I was a kid. Like Rental beat that. It felt differently back then. It felt like you were strapping in for like a serious mission with your buddies and like you weren't getting up until you beat it. Plus, the clock was ticking when the rental had to be back. That was always a goal of mine. The only time that I never beat a rental game or aspired to was when Metal Gear Solid came out and I rented it instead of buying it. And I was so excited by it that I returned the rental copy early and rode my bike down to Funko Land to buy the game in full because I wanted to beat my own copy. That's how intense I was about Metal Gear Solid. That's how much of an impact. Matter of fact, when Hypebeast did that article on me, remember they did the interview? If you go back and you look up Mikey Retro on Hypebeast's website, there's the whole article on me. I go into super detail about that. About like how much that game meant to me and when I rented it, and the guy at the rental store didn't understand I was returning it 3 days early because I made it like 70% of the way through the game. And I was like, no, I got to beat my own copy of this game. Which was also a difficult game. Metal Gear Solid, in its day, at the time, I mean, if you never played it before and just turned it on, it's pretty difficult. I'm trying to think. What other games that are difficult that you could think of?
Majora's Mask.
That was a bitch because it's a time-based thing too, with the moon and all that shit going on. So you got to figure it out. Traveling salesman, scumbag, met a terrible fate. I guess Ocarina of Time, right? I mean, while we're talking about Zelda, I don't know if Ocarina of Time though didn't feel as difficult as it did. Like you were just along for the ride and the story was good and you just liked it. Majora's Mask was like motherfucker.
Yeah, you would be like in the middle of the temple and you would just have to start over because of the time.
Water temples, yeah, they get you every time. OG Zelda, when I was a kid, when I was a baby kid, you know, OG Zelda, to me, that was like the journey of all journeys. When I finally beat that game, I was like, what the fuck did I just do? Mule on a NES.
Oh, what about Oregon Trail?
I almost bought a vintage Oregon Trail shirt the other day at the
Can
thrift.
you beat that game? You can, right?
You could beat it. Died of dysentery. Well, what about you just trying to land the fucking plane in Top Gun? You had a problem doing that. That was pretty fucking difficult.
You got Tetris?
My mother beat Tetris growing up. That's always my claim to fame. My mother beat Tetris and Jaws. And I remember all those years later, I said, maybe she's like, I beat Tetris. I'm like, Ma, you can't beat Tetris. You didn't beat. And she described the ending with the Russian dolls dancing around and the music and the fireworks. And I was like, how did you? I'm like, I guess you did. And I had a memory and I had to connect my memories. And I'm like, you did. And then she was like, and I beat Jaws. Jaws was a fun game. Remember at the end of it, you had to stab him? He'd come up.
Well, it had the good sounds, right?
Oh, yeah. And the sounds, and remember we were talking about that the sound at the end of Jaws, the movie, or Duel, that's what I wanted to say. Which, once again, you know what? I think I'm going to watch the playoffs tonight because I said I'm going to, but I'm going to put on Duel tonight. That'll be the next movie. I need movie suggestions to watch with my girlfriend. That's what I need because I know people will suggest things. I want movie suggestions. Because, you know, there are movies you watch and then there are movies you can watch with your girl. There's a different thing there.
Oh, 50 First Dates.
No. I was going to say, don't give me any fucking romantic comedies. Luckily, my girl's into fucking action movies and that kind of thing, which is great. I don't want to watch 50 Shades of Grey. I don't want to watch fucking...
Along Came Polly?
Yeah, I don't want to watch rom-coms and shit like that. I want to watch fucking people getting fucked up and explosions and car chases. And that's why that Infinite movie was that happy medium, because it was unrealistic as fuck. But it was like fun. It's fun to watch, but it was well shot. The other movie, not so much.
What about the Friends? The new Friends are coming back.
Friends, the show? Jennifer Aniston? She's pretty fun. Even in her golden years. But Jennifer Aniston in Office Space? Another great movie. Anyway, hold on. Before I skip that, I know we already fucked the topic up a little bit, but here's the thing. Duel is a great movie. People need to watch Duel. And they need to understand that at the end of Duel, well, spoiler alert, I guess, I don't know. The truck that goes off the cliff and makes this Tyrannosaurus Rex sound when it blows up is the same sound they used in Jaws when Jaws is bloody and blown up. Smile, you son of a bitch. And he's going down and you hear, that's the same sound. Spielberg. But Duel is my shit. That guy in Duel, that he was getting chased by that scary ass, big ass truck. You can't catch me at 80. And he's in that, I forget what kind of car it is. That poor little, it was like almost like a Gremlin. I forget what kind of car it was. A Gremlin's a car, Doyle. A really bad car. Short, hatchback, no horsepower. This motherfucker was on a back road somewhere. Anyway, Duel. Look up Duel, and I need movie suggestions. All right, give me another topic. Let's go to another one.
The Duel car was a red Plymouth.
It was a Plymouth. Okay, thank you.
Valiant.
A Valiant. Yeah, it's a really shitty car.
Directed by Steven Spielberg.
I know. That movie is great. It really is a good movie, and it's underrated. And you know what? I'm glad I thought about it because every once in a while I like to watch it. It's been long enough where I can watch it again.
All right, we got Burro Shenanigans.
Whoa, okay.
What YouTuber are you into, and how much YouTube do you watch in a day?
I love YouTube. I'm a YouTube Premium subscriber because I don't like ads, and I also like to listen to audio of certain things while I can lock my phone. I also really enjoy the YouTube Live Lo-Fi Radio. So if you type in Lo-Fi Hip Hop on YouTube, there's commercial free if you have Premium. Instrumentals that play all the time, just as a little added bonus. Other than that, I would say on the gaming side of things, I mean, back in the day, Metal Jesus was a big deal for me because you know, as much as people hate on him, he was one of the pioneers, at least to bring you some really consistent, quality, more in-depth content.
What about Squirrel Guy?
Who?
The gaming squirrel or whatever.
Who's that? Yeah, I kind of vaguely remember what you're saying, the squirrel thing, but I forget. Trying to think of anyone else.
Game Room, right?
Well, you know who really, Gamester81, this guy, I think his name is John. He was one of the early dudes that I used to watch that, you know, he was into this shit like when I was into it, when I thought nobody else was into like really obscure. I do use that word a lot. I apologize to that gentleman in the comment section. Obscure systems like Net Urazi and like weird stuff. He was already into it. This is 2007. Oh, but you know what my favorite is? My favorite is LGR, Lazy Game Reviews. He's the best. First of all, he has the best PC gaming collection of anybody, hardware and software. Just the most incredible big box PC gaming collection. His content is always super high quality, super well done, in depth. It's just everything he does, I really respect it. He deserves all the views and all the subscriptions and whatever. He's really, really good. His name is slipping my mind, and I can't believe it because I've been watching him for years. But LGR, Lazy Game Reviews. Other than that, Jay Leno's Garage, Doug DeMuro, Fighter and the Kid, which I'm glad Callan. I got the most liked comment on the latest Fighter and the Kid. They put up artwork, and it was superhero stuff. And Callan was Cyclops, right? They made Brian Callan Cyclops. And there's always a running joke how Callan's like gay or the big gay owl and all this shit. And they're like, what would be their names? And I'm like, of course Callan is Biclops. Got him. So I won the award there. So I love Fighter and the Kid. I'm glad Callan's back and all that because I like Brendan Schaub too. And Chappelle Lacey's on the show. He's like the added dude in there, but he's great. Of course, Joe Budden podcast. Shout out to Rory and Maul. Shout out my boy Maul, friend of the show. They started a podcast themselves. New Rory and Maul. Audio only. It's on Apple. First episode's up. I listened to about 25 minutes so far. I don't blame them. I like the hustle. I like what they're doing. And they actually took, the new Rory and Maul was the drop from, I believe it was Joe's nephew. It's a little kid voice. New Rory and Maul. That was the drop they always used to use. And they took that and they made a show out of it. Which is, I don't know if it's really kind of a stab in the back to Joe or a little punch in the gut to be like, yeah, we're taking something that was popular on your show and we're using it for us and you can't do anything about it. Either way, I'm just excited. I like people that, take life by the horns and they decided to make fucking lemonade out of lemons. They had to leave the show. They had to do all that. And, it's cool. So trying to think of other things that I watch on YouTube.
But Joe Budden's a scumbag?
No, not really. I mean, he's just doing what he's doing. I don't think he's a scumbag. Just it is what it is. They had a personal disagreement with people he was close with, and we don't know the intricate details, but, he's doing what he's doing, and they're doing what they're doing, and everyone seems to be happy. So
what about if he stole money?
Well, if he stole money, he's a scumbag. But I don't know that, and I'm not going to sit up here and say that. I don't know. I can't say that definitively, just because the internet thinks it. Don't trust the internet, though. I don't know if you figured that out yet. Don't trust the internet.
I trust the people, though. If they tell me that you're stealing money from me, I'm going to have to look at the books.
Yeah, the books are cooked, as your boy Gordon Gekko would say. A turkey is totally brain dead. Yeah, another great movie. As far as YouTube, I'm trying to think of anything else that I watch. Producer Michael. I love Producer Michael. Extremely wealthy. I think he's just a television producer from L.A. Originally from, obviously, he has a British accent. But he's just like a really nice dude. It's so funny. Like, you would think more people would hate him because he's like ultra wealthy. And he's super opulent. He's fucking.
Well, he buys ultra wealthy shit.
But you know what? But he's not. He's like humble about it at the same time.
I hope he is. He's buying like $50,000.
Oh, well, what do you mean hope he is? First of all, rich people owe you nothing to be humble just because you're not rich and you're jealous of them. We got to get that out.
It could be helping out other people.
You got to. So who's to say he doesn't? How do you
he's
know?
buying $50,000 colognes.
So what? He's allowed to buy $50,000 colognes, Doyle, and you would do it too if you had the money. And that's what we got to stop with people. We got to stop this. We have to. We have to stop hating on rich people because you're not rich. If producer Michael wants to buy $50,000 bottle of cologne, you let him do it. And you should say in your own head, how do I get to a position where I could buy $50,000? Because you got to get the money. I just don't like people. You like Floyd Mayweather. You don't like him because he's what? Because he doesn't give enough money to poor people, so he's a scumbag because he has 75 Rolls Royces and an $18 million watch. He earned his money. Let him do what he wants. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But obviously, you're not going to stop him. So what the fuck's the point? Why would you waste time in your day projecting negative energy on someone when you could use that same energy to try to obtain the same things you claim you actually don't want, but you do want?
No, I'm just hoping he's a nice guy. If he's not, then he's a scumbag.
And guess what? He still wakes up in his $50 million villa, and he doesn't give a fuck what Doyle thinks of him. So who's the real winner here?
Biclops?
Biclops. Thank you. All right, give me another topic. How long have we been going for? We've been cruising here? What's going on? Where are we at?
I don't know. We don't got a timer.
Yeah, we get lost in the matrix.
All right, we got a couple topics, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, this one's good. Tony's Entertainment Systems. Do you see CDs becoming a collectibles, or as vinyls now, or they might be obsolete?
Yeah, I mean, well, I noticed like in one of my record stores, like the CDs that I'm seeing, like commonplace hip hop CDs from late 90s, 2000s, they're like $8-9. And I'm like, damn.
I mean, you found pickups, right?
You know what? I went to Goodwill, and it was so funny. The reason I bought that stack is the chances that I found that many quality CDs, hip-hop CDs, mostly New York-based in the middle of Florida, I had to buy them. They were $1 a piece. I just grabbed the whole stack. They're all in there. The one Jizza CD was fucked up, though. It's like, you could tell it was left in the heat. It's like curved. But yeah, I don't know. It was funny for me to find that many good hip-hop CDs in one spot like that. And then I thought to myself, I was like, damn, I was just at the record store the other day, and they were selling some of these same CDs, Joe Budden's first CD, for $6 or $7. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, now that's not expensive, but I know there are certain CDs that command more money. Vinyl is definitely more money, but vinyl is better quality, harder to find, more presentations, bigger, physically. So it's just whatever. But yeah, I mean, physical media is gone. 5 years from now, there's no more physical media. Probably even 3 years from now. So, I don't know. It might be a good idea to start stacking up on physical media. You know what I said to myself? I'm in the middle of, we're doing the game room. I'm going to hook up with my DJ system and all that. It's going to be all analog stuff. So I'm going to have a CD changer, my receiver, my EQ, my turntables, my mixer. And I'm going to have a nice little setup that's all analog. And I want to obviously get the physical media to match that. I actually just found a Panasonic, you saw it in there, right? The tape player. Did you see that on the table? I got a tape deck, a Walkman, But it was $2 and it cleaned up beautifully. And it works great. AA batteries. And you know what? It's cool. And I have the dual tape deck over there with the Techniques one. But, you see the Joe Namath bobblehead I found? I was excited about that. Well, people don't realize that's actually from the 70s. That's an old bobblehead that they gave away. And I got that at Goodwill for 99 cents, and I didn't switch the price tag on that. I got paid the full 99.
There we go, see?
Well, it wasn't going to get cheaper. If it was $4.99, I would have switched the tag. I would have switched the tag on that. Well, I'm not switching the tag. I would have ripped the tag off, went up front, said it doesn't have a price, and hoped they priced it for $1. Because I still want it, I just don't want to pay $5 for it.
You think producer Michael would do that?
Yeah, maybe producer Michael has money because he's a very thrifty individual. I don't know. When you have that much money, I don't think you're going to Goodwill anymore. I mean, I don't care how much money I have, I'm going to Goodwill. But it's more of a sickness. It's more of something in my brain. I wake up every day and go to the same 3 fucking Goodwills. Every single day, 7 days a week. Occasionally, I give a couple days off so they can reset. But they actually do their inventory. I mean, they just keep putting shit out. I mean, it's the FOMO, man. I feel like I'm missing out on something if I'm not there. And then I just get ultra hyper competitive when I get in there. I start doing Terminator scans, looking around, looking for John Connor. Anyway, all right, give me another topic. I don't even know how long we've been going, but give me another one and maybe we'll get out of here on that.
For real?
Maybe, I don't know.
We got Tropical Depression 2 has formed off the North Atlantic.
What are you giving me, a random weather update?
Yeah.
All right. If that's coming in now?
Yeah.
All right.
We're in hurricane season.
It doesn't look like, it looks like partly cloudy skies, 89 downtown Orlando. We should get like a update like that.
All right, we got Al Boogie.
All right.
Al Boogie 90. What do you think about the next evolution of mainstream hip hop?
Well, I'm not a huge fan of what the hell happened to hip hop, but you know, not my generation. I'm 36. Times are different. Sound is different. I just wish the old school guys would stay old school and not try to mix with the new sound. That's my only thing. Let the kids do what the kids are going to do. Just like African Bambaataa in the 90s didn't try to do boom bap. I don't need Jadakiss doing trap music in 2021. I just don't need it. And I don't mean Jadakiss specifically. I mean any rapper that's from the 90s that's currently still rapping but getting on beats that they clearly shouldn't be on, or doing collaborations with artists that they shouldn't be doing collaborations with. Now, who the fuck am I to say that? Blah, blah, blah. I'm just a dude with an opinion on a podcast. I get it. But you can't argue that the sound is different. You can't argue that lyrics have taken a back seat to a vibe, to an instrumental. Fine. To a melodic sound. Fine. Let's just all understand that objectively, the quality of production, the quality of lyrics, the fashion, generally everything 90s into the very early 2000s, far superior than what's going on today. That's all I have to say about it.
Well, how do you know, though?
It's my opinion, obviously, and obviously you could say, well, I don't agree, and I think today is better than then, and we can go, okay. But I just feel strongly about it. But I've come full circle where I at least give a chance. I'll listen to certain shit. Certain melodies are cool. Certain instrumentals are cool. I fuck with it. But never in a million years will I ever say that hip-hop has evolved. I will always say it has devolved. Always.
Well, I'm saying, like, my cousin lives in New York, and he says that they play different shit over there than here. They might play more Migos here, you know?
Yeah, but the problem is that New York artists are starting to sound like Migos, or starting to sound like all this. It's all fusing into one sound. It's hard to separate. There are motherfuckers in Texas that you might think are from L.A. Certain L.A. artists still have that L.A. bop, and certain New York motherfuckers still sound New York. But in general, especially what's projected to the mainstream, it's all this kind of ignorant trap, kind of not, it's senseless bullshit music. Now, some people might say, well, I relate to that, and how dare you say that? I'm just saying, man, I'm not all for, I'm not into conscious music, and I'm not into overly ignorant music. I like a mix in the middle. I like a mix in the middle. That's just me personally. That's the time that I grew up in and all this other shit. So I don't know. I don't think hip hop is I don't like where it's at now. When I say that, I mean mainstream. Because of course I still fuck with Crime Apple, and all these artists that I like that are more underground and they're newer, love them. I want Crime Apple to be where Drake is. To me, that's the way it should be. Drake shouldn't be the face of hip hop. It should be people that are fucking real, like hip hop motherfuckers. Different times, understand it. Give me another topic, and then I'm out of here.
The last one?
Yeah.
All right, so we got V for Vendettas.
Okay.
What is your favorite adult animated TV show?
What does that mean? Like Family Guy or something? Adult animated? Like made? It's animated but made for adults. I'm assuming that's what that means.
Was Beavis and Butthead for adults? No, right?
Yeah, it kind of was. It was, but it wasn't. It was for deranged teenagers back in the day. Really.
Rick and Morty is, right?
Rick and Morty. You love Rick and Morty. I mean, Rick and Morty, you know what it is? Is the writing is very clever. And that's really what it is. The animations are cool, but the quick one-liners and stuff. Same thing with Family Guy. Obviously, early Family Guy was better, right? Early South Park. Boondocks. Early Boondocks. Well, Boondocks doesn't really exist. Rest in peace, John Witherspoon.
But yeah, Boondocks was good.
And Boondocks was really good. Is there anything else that is like... I used to be into it like Adult Swim, like watching Adult Swim. Aqua Teen Hunger Force used to be my favorite. Bro, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, bro. The little meatball and fucking shake. Bro, I don't know what happened. Is it still a show? Because the last time I fucked with Aqua Teen Hunger Force, it was like a bumper, meaning it was like a 10-minute clip that goes in between the other show. It wasn't like the full half an hour or hour show anymore.
Oh, yeah, what the hell?
I don't know.
I think Robot Chicken did the same thing.
Yeah, all that shit, yeah. But, Aqua Teen Hunger Force was just really funny to me. The little meat, what was his name? Meatwad, right? The little guy. I want to go swimming. And they had the swimming pool in the backyard. I just remember, what was the neighbor's name? The guy that wears the wife beater and he's got all the chest hair. He sounds like an old angry Jewish guy. I don't know.
What about King of the Hill?
Damn it, Bobby. I like King of the Hill. Now, King of the Hill came from Beavis and Butthead. Hank Hill was the angry neighbor guy that was always yelling at Beavis and Butthead. So they made a spin-off of that, which was kind of dope. Is there any other adult kind of cartoon?
Oh, South Park, of course.
I said South Park. Yeah, early South Park to me really is. I'm sure it's still good. It's just I'm not into his current events as much, so I don't care. But, 1998 South Park was like, dude. I mean, I remember being younger and then going to school the next day and just all of us talking about it. And they got away with shit on the show that it's like, wait, were they allowed to say that on the show or show that? Or they got away with it.
That was the type of shit that you had to wait on to watch,
And that was the best. I miss those. I miss the days like The Sopranos would come on at fucking HBO at 10 o'clock at night on a Sunday night. And it was like you had to be, there was appointment television is what they used to call it. No DVRs, none of that bullshit. You
had to be there, otherwise you'll miss it, right?
Yeah, and that was what's cool, man, because you know what? When you were watching it, you're like, there are millions of other people watching this right now. I think that's why a lot of people got into Game of Thrones like that, because it became so popular that people weren't going to wait until next Tuesday. They had to watch it that night because it was going to get spoiled for them. Now, I'm not a Game of Thrones guy because I never got into it. I'm not saying it's a good or a bad show. I just never really watched it.
Well, I know my brother was like into that, like The Walking Dead.
Yeah, people were in The Walking Dead like that. I was into The Wire was like that. Oz was like that. These are classic shows though, I guess Breaking Bad for certain people.
For me, it was Mandalorian.
Yeah, I'm not into Baby Yoda and all that weird shit. I'm not a Star Wars guy like that. I fuck with Boba Fett.
We gotta even give it a chance.
I'm not that deep into Star Wars where I'd care about a spin-off show about a side quest of Mandalorian. I don't care. I don't care that much. I'm good. I'll just watch, I don't know. I got my fill. I seen Jabba the Hutt. He's good. Fat fuck. That's all right. All right, let's get out of here. Is there anything you would like to tell the people, Doyle? Is there anything that you would want to tell the people before we get out of here?
We got thunderstorms in the area.
That's it? That's your last words imparting your wisdom? I'm giving you the opportunity, so you would like to let them know about the weather.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, listen, we're going to get out of here on that. Make sure you guys are sharing the show. Make sure you're continuing to send the topic suggestions in. And we might have some merch dropping soon. I'm working on the designs. We have the shirts. I just have to find a way to print them. And we might have a couple other surprises, a couple interviews lined up. But we're going to have to wait on that. And until next time, peace.